There we go. Got it. Got some audio. All right. It's 2 days before Christmas. Everyone is on holiday break. Maybe I give you guys some live stream entertainment today. And as you saw the thumbnail, we're going to be talking about how to run a giveaway contest. And I probably could have just said how to run a giveaway, but I want to make sure my keywords were properly done today. Yeah, let's get into it. I'm kind of slow tonight. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. It's like I get less and less nervous when this comes on when we start streaming, and then we start streaming, then I'm like, I have this conversation here where I'm like, I'm just waiting, like I'm waiting for Jordan to start. It's like, oh, I'm Jordan, and it's time to start. Okay, so let me switch over to our PowerPoint. I wanted to talk today about, okay. All right, I want to talk today about how to run a giveaway. It is something that it is a kind of an event marketing tactic. It's something that you don't do too often, that people don't do too often. I've only done one in my entire career, and I wanted to use that as a case study because it was one of the best, most popular things I had done as in terms of a marketing campaign, the most successful, I think. But I could have, looking back on it now, I could have improved it. I could have done a little bit better. So, yeah, let's kind of walk through it. I want to walk through what I did wrong, what I did right, but also just talk more in general about some common misconceptions about giveaways. There's definitely the wrong way to do a giveaway. There's definitely a right way to do a giveaway. So let's kind of get into it. Let me switch over to the slides. Stand by. Oh, did that? Well, hang on. There we go. Boom. Okay, so we're talking today about how to run a giveaway contest. So my goal, and I haven't spell checked this. I probably should have spell checked this PowerPoint. My goal, now you remember, always give a goal, folks, is to give you the confidence to launch your own giveaway. So maybe, holiday season that's kind of running out, and maybe you're going into the dead of winter, January, February, and you need something to kind of rev you up. Your clients, your customers are a little bit worn out and beat down from all the Black Friday sales and the Christmas sales, and some industries just kind of go cold and silent in January, February, or March. So this might be a way to kind of juice it up in the moments between spring and summer and fall, where actually things start to kind of get back into motion. So we'll talk about common misconceptions today, joint ventures, launch strategies, and so much more. So let's go into first. We'll talk about what I did a giveaway back in 2017, and it was I call it my Quasar giveaway, but it was for the Quasar Science QLED T8 tubes. These had just come onto the market. These are really new. I like Quasar Science. I was a fan when they were first coming out. You probably see these all the time, but back in 2017, they were the only company in the game that were making LED tubes that were daylight balanced, that were fluorescent replacements. So they were great. So what I did, here's a little screenshot of what I did on Instagram. The contest I did it originated on Instagram, but I'll show you some ways, and we'll talk about how to do cross-platform promotion. And because that's one idea that you can have with your audience. Maybe you have some of your audience that are kind of siloed. Maybe they're just on YouTube, and then you have another audience on Instagram, and it's kind of a way to kind of, one goal could be to kind of merge those groups so that you have kind of double following, so to speak. Yeah, let's get into it. So with this giveaway, I had never done a giveaway, but I saw, as you can see on the right side, the screen here, where It's a very typical, very classic Instagram giveaway, and there are some Instagram giveaways out there that I want to talk about first before we get too far into this. That there are some that do it the wrong way, I think, and these are the kind of I'm gonna call them out and I think they're called loop. And also special thanks to all the people that helped me make this. I reached out to a couple friends on Instagram to kind of give me some tips and tricks of their own, something they want to add to the discussion. So if you gave me a little input, or thank you very much, and I'm going to use it here in this presentation. But one is called a loop. On Instagram, I think it was a loop giveaway, and you know it, but you don't know the name of it. It's just where you've seen it where, hey, we're doing a giveaway. We're giving away this big thing. If you go follow my friend A, friend B, and then go to friend B, like and comment, and then go to friend C, like and comment there, and then go to friend D, like and comment, then go to friend E, and then come back and go back to me, friend A, and like and comment, then you will be qualified to enter in the giveaway. And it's a very transparent, and like, I see what you're trying to do. You're just trying to get me to like all these people and make it so that it's kind of sticky, and that I forget who I followed or who I started to follow based on this contest. And it's it was a way to, like, Instagram influencers and folks like that. We're just trying to kind of bundle their efforts together, have kind of list hacking, sharing their audience with each other to kind of all make sure that they're all being followed by the same users, so to speak. So it's a little bit, I think those are kind of cheesy. But there is, you can do a giveaway in however way you want to do it. For me, when I was doing this Quasar giveaway, I was doing, I think, based on kind of engagement. So I said, you have to follow me, you have to tag a friend in the comments, so kind of start like a network feedback loop, a viral loop. And then, I said right here, tell me what you would use this for. And that's just a way so that it's a little bit more engagement than just saying, like, at Jordan P. Anderson, like, cool. Because Instagram doesn't really recognize those kind of one-word comments. If you do something that's more an in-depth comment, it actually counts as engagement, so that your post is going to be seen by more people and get shared more and more. So my goal for this was really to kind of gain more Instagram followers, and that was the goal back then, just to kind of increase engagement, gain more Instagram followers. I think I was in the process of buying the tubes, talked with Quasar. I think I emailed them directly and DM'd them, and they actually gave me a tube. Or I purchased a tube of my own, contacted them, told them about the giveaway, said, hey, I'm going to start this day. Here's my launch day. We're going to do it it's a 25 or 30-day giveaway. And they said, cool, we want to get involved. You tell us who the winner is, and we'll ship one to them. So I didn't even have to pay for the winner's LED tube. My original plan was I was just going to buy the tube and just put the shipping address to the winner and just send it to them. And that would have been it, the end of it. So they got involved, and it was great. I was like, damn, granted, it was only a $40 light, but that was still great. I didn't have to buy the light. That was one thing I didn't have to pay for the marketing. For this, I think I remember doing, I did Facebook ads, I did Instagram ads, I also created tons of YouTube videos around this, created a lot of YouTube content and Instagram content around this, like really pressing the gas on getting as many people involved in the giveaway as possible. There's nothing more sad than a giveaway that only has 5 people, and then you just hit the randomizer, and one of 5 people get the gift, and you spent $400, $500 on the gift, and you're like, okay, well, here you go. I'm legally obligated to give you this because it's a giveaway. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's also, too, we won't talk about the legalities of a giveaway, but there are some rules. Like, this is sort of a contest. It's like, it's not gambling. It is a giveaway, and you kind of have to abide by the rules. I don't know. I guess it would be fraud if there's money involved. I don't know if there's money involved. Like, I don't know what the line is of fraud. Like, if someone were to run a giveaway and then never give away the product, is that fraud? That's verbally fraud for sure. Conversational fraud, but I don't know if that's legal fraud. Depends on, I guess, how severe it is. Or if you threw in money, like a $50 raffle ticket. Yeah, okay, we're not going to talk about that. So I did the Quasar. It was great. It worked out. I sent the winner. I think he was out in Texas, and it was kind of mutually beneficial. Like, I had gained new followers. They kind of got introduced to my stuff, and then I was able to kind of spread some goodwill and give out a gift. So that's kind of like, that's the appeal of a giveaway, that you kind of feel charitable in exchange for, kind of doing a little bit of marketing. So let's kind of be clear about this. This, a giveaway is marketing. It's a marketing plan, and you should kind of really treat this like a marketing goal. It's a marketing campaign, no different than a Facebook ads campaign or Instagram ads campaign or Google search. It's 100% a marketing campaign, and that's how I want you guys to kind of think about this, the mindset of this. So let's kind of go. So this one point I want to make here is to have one goal when you're setting up your giveaway. One goal and only one goal. And I say this because, and here's a 47th law out of the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. I recommend you go read it. Is to don't go past the mark you aim for. In victory, learn when to stop. And this is where people try, and I put this down because there is kind of a there is, when you start to see success or see traction with your giveaway, and people are starting to enter the contest, and you're getting participants, and you're getting people filling out the survey or whatever it is that you're doing for the giveaway, you start to get a little greedy, or you start to get excited, or you don't really have a goal in mind, or you just thought about, hey, other people are doing giveaways, I want to do a giveaway. I'll just make people subscribe, or make people download this or sign up for this. And you really want to have a solid goal. Like, it's great. A giveaway can do a lot the same way any other marketing campaign can do a lot. You can gain a ton of subscribers. You can gain followers. You can get people on your email list. Does my wife need to come in here? Are you in camera? You want the... Bye.
You didn't see me.
I didn't see you.
No, you didn't.
Bye. You weren't on camera. Had an intruder. What was I saying? Yes. Okay. So a goal, you can have multiple goals with it, but it's really at the core of what you're doing with your giveaway that you have one single goal, and you kind of have to stick with that. And then that's how you want to judge the success. If the goal was, I want to get 100 emails from this, or 100 emails on my list, and at the same time you gain subscribers, or you had higher engagement on your post overall, that's just kind of, that is the aura effect, whatever, the after secondary effects of running a giveaway. It should not be, you should not try to say, like, I want to gain 1,000 subscribers, get people on my list, book a new client, get new leads. It should just, like, choose one goal, focus on that, because that's where you're going to say, did we succeed the goal or not? If you have 5 different goals in your marketing campaign, it's hard to judge what went right, what you could have changed. You kind of have a hard time, like, really taking a look at it. So let's talk about one misconception with your giveaway item, and it doesn't have to be flashy. Like, people think that the giveaway item has to be something of super high value, such as, in our space, it's probably like a camera or a gimbal or whatever the latest, or maybe a new lens or some kind of, people think it has to have like a price number. And granted, like, the higher, there is that balance, and it's an obvious statement that the higher the price of something, a car, a camera, a car, a trip, like all of that, the higher value, the more lucrative or appealing it is. But it should also match the value that that the audience is going to exchange for it. or or the chances of winning should be so small based on how great the thing is. Like you don't want it to be like a 1 in 10 chance that someone's going to win a car that you're going to give away. I'm not, and, you're not going to give away a car, but it doesn't have to be a camera. It can be something small. It can be something under $100. It can be something digital, a physical product, a digital product. It can be a course. It can be knowledge base. It can be a book. It doesn't really. That's the kind of a great part about the giveaway is it can be, it has to be something that resonates with your audience. It doesn't have to be, like I said, if your audience is photographers, then a camera is going to improve their lives or be appealing to them. Who doesn't want to win a new camera? But maybe it's software, maybe it's a new book, maybe it's a year's membership to a course or a master class or something like that. And I guess when I think about it, you could sell your own products, or depending on how popular you are or how in high demand your stuff is, you could give away your own stuff. But there's kind of, it's like, I guess you have to be really popular or like really in high demand that like, hey, or you're selling like a $2,000 course and it's almost booked up, and then you're going to do this giveaway, say, hey, we're giving away a $10,000, a $2,000 course, sign up here, sign up for your chance to win. That could be something. So it just has to resonate with your audience. It just has to appeal to them directly, make it make sense. And then, there are also, I guess there are tiers you could do. You could say like, hey, the first place winner gets this huge prize, second place gets this, third place gets this. You can be as creative as you want. There are no rules. The only rules are the rules you set up for your own, for your own contest. Nito Swain says, what's up, bro? What's up? I'm going to type back. So here is, I didn't kind of finish the, now, I don't know if the audio is going to play back on this, but... Guys, so let me give you the full details on how you can enter a chance to win one of these Quasar QLED T8s. You do have the option if you win. So this was the explainer video of the kind of... Or I'll play the launch video first, so... This is my launch video. It was like I combined it as a review video, and at the same time, a giveaway. So you'd watch the review, get a sense of what was going on. I reviewed the whole thing, said it was great, obviously. I kept my integrity with this. Said it was great, and then at the end, if you kept watching, and this, I guess, was also a trick I was doing to, like, kind of increase engagement, that I wanted you to watch the whole thing, and then at the very end, I wanted you to, find this picture on Instagram and go and, like it, engage with it, follow me on Instagram, tag a friend, say what you would use the light for. I'd say very simple, but, like you don't want to make the ask too complicated. But, if it depends on like I said, it depends on the price of the giveaway that you're doing. Like, if it is only like a $10 thing, you don't want to ask people to sign up for this and fill out the survey and take this quiz and go follow these people and go follow all these other people. Like, you want it, it's a value exchange. It's okay, if I'm not paying for this Jordan, I'm still going to pay for it, just not in cash, and I'll pay the equal value that I'm going to get. So if this is a $40 LED light, I'll do about $40 or less of work in order for my chance to win this. And that's actually translated to, like, I'll do like $10 of work to actually, participate in this contest. So that's how, you have to put yourself in your audience shoes. Like, would my audience give a shit about this product, this thing that I'm about to give away? And if there's no excitement, there's no buzz, like, you want to have some buzz with it. Like, the reason I did the Quasar tubes was because they had just come out. They were brand new. They were highly sought after. They were high in the keywords. And people were looking up, watching reviews, and I was like, cool, I'll do my own review and I'll do a giveaway. And that way, get some, combination, get some combined goodwill. Okay. Let's talk about now, switch back over. Let's talk about joint ventures. And I already talked about it a little bit with Quasar, But a big, big, big misconception, and probably something that's keeping a lot of people back from hosting their own giveaway, is the question this: should you buy the product? And that's a tough one because, yeah, like if you're gonna give away a $5,000 Sony A7S III with all the bells and whistles, that's a lot of money to put up for something that you are kind of gambling that you hope will win. Like it's, you start to think about the opportunity cost. Do I spend money? Do I spend $5,000 on Facebook ads for just something in general for my business, or do I spend $5,000 on this product that I'm going to give away, get the product, pay for shipping, and also on top of that, pay for a marketing campaign to advertise this giveaway, and then hope. So it could pay off. It's a risk you have to take. But that's the thing people think about. They're like, okay, well, I can't afford that, so I can't give that away, so I'll do something cheap. I'll do it like a book. But I want you guys to start thinking outside the box, because I want you to treat this like any other marketing I want you to treat this like any other marketing campaign and start to get other people involved in your work. Like, so when I say joint ventures, I'm talking about reaching out to that company. Find the product that you like. Find whatever you think is going to resonate the most. Could be out of reach, could be within reach. You could pay for it. You can't afford it. You can't afford it. But I would start first by saying, get your shit together, get some kind of pitch together, and say, here's the giveaway I'm going to do, and then approach that company that you want to give away their product, one of their products, and say, hey, I'm doing this giveaway. Would you guys want to be involved? Do you guys want to supply the product? Do you guys can we put this on your page? Like Quasar Science shared my giveaway on their Twitter, on their Instagram page. And it was that was like cool. That was some free marketing for them. All I was doing, I was doing some free marketing for them by saying, "Hey, here's my Quasar tube. It's great. You should buy it." And they were like, "Cool. We'll just put you on Instagram and we'll share your giveaway, get more people involved." And that's a joint venture. That's what So if you're going to give away a book, contact the author. Say, hey, I want to give away 10 of your books. I'm happy to pay for it all, but I also, would you mind sharing this? Come up with some kind of game plan that you guys can work together. Maybe they'll offer like, hey, I'll ship it to all the winners. I'll come on your podcast. I'll you host me on your podcast. I'll do an episode with you to promote the book. We'll promote the giveaway together. I'll have you on my podcast. We'll do a video together. Like, there are so many different ways you can market this, combine this, so that it's not just you giving away a product. And it could be kind of cold. Like, I don't know if you'll get approached by Sony, or you'll be able to get a conversation with Sony and say, hey, representative from Sony, do you want to give away this product for free, or do you want to get, I'll pay for half, you pay for half? Like, I don't know if you'll get that kind of conversation, but there are smaller products, there are smaller software, there are books, there are courses that you can give away that you can, again, find some kind of synergistic, combination with your audience, something that's going to resonate with them. If it's, say, you're giving away a masterclass, contact the photographer who made the photography masterclass and say, hey, man, I want to give away your course. I think it's great. How do we get involved? How do we start working together? So that's I think, that's probably the number one tip of this whole video is don't think you have to buy the product. Don't think that you got to be out $3,000 with this product or all the products you have to buy. Don't think that you have to do that. And what I meant by up here earlier, here's another kind of slash at this when I said treat it like any other marketing campaign. I'm also talking about the budget too. So should you buy the product? Not necessarily. Try not to. See if you can do a joint venture with somebody and kind of combine efforts. But if you do have to buy the product, it's just, as an expense, it's a marketing expense. It's part of, if you have $5,000 for this marketing campaign, okay, you got the budget for the product, and then you got the rest of the budget for advertising and creating content for this. So that's what I mean by look at it like a marketing campaign. So, like I said, contact the company. Doesn't have to be flashy. It just has to resonate with your audience. All right. So another common misconception is that it's going to be easy. That a giveaway is something that is just like, I put easy money. I don't literally mean you're going to be making money, but people just kind of think that, oh, I just got to get people make this mistake in their business all the time too. They think like, oh, okay, I just got to have a cool product, and that's all I got to do. It's just like I want you to kind of take the approach that it's like this is not a simple way to grow your following. Like the same way it's like don't think of like the quick cash private jet Instagram scammers who are slinging their crap on TikTok. Like don't go into a giveaway thinking like, oh, this is an easy way to make money. This is an easy way to grow your following. I'm going to have 2,000 new followers after this. All I got to do is just say I'm giving away a Sony A7S and that'll be it. It's like, cool. But that I want you guys to have a very skeptical approach and take a very realistic approach to this, that this is not a simple way to grow your following. You should be treating this like a very complex, complicated, in-depth marketing campaign, almost like a Kickstarter campaign. It should not be treated lightly. It should not be saying like, oh, it's just to flip the switch and I got new followers from this. Treat it very cautiously and have a game plan with all of this. And treat it like, and here's the other thing too, with choosing your product, with choosing the right thing that's going to come, get people excited, you have to also make it make sense. You have to treat this like any other offer when you are going to sell a service, when you're going to sell a product. It all has to kind of make sense together. You have to bundle it in the right way, have the right context around it, prime people to get excited about what it is you're offering, because some things aren't as, like if it is a book and some people may be interested in the book, like get people excited about the book or combine it with a couple other things that say, if you are going to give away a book, say, hey, you also will get a free interview with the author, or you'll get a free I did a podcast with the author, you'll get private access to that podcast episode, something like that. You'll get a free FaceTime with the author. If you do this masterclass, you'll also get this, and I'll also throw in this. You combine things, repackage things. Don't just say, hey, I'm going to give away a camera, or I'm going to give away a new LED light tube, whatever. Follow me and get signed up. Yeah, it's like you have to be a little bit more complex with it, or like be a little bit more in depth with it. Don't just kind of half-ass things. All right. I feel good about this. Feeling good. Oh, I got to talk about this. I'm going to talk about some software at the end, and I have one that I definitely recommend that you guys check out. Stand by. Okay. So let's get into actually the nitty-gritty, like this part of the, screenshot this next slide I'm going to show you, because this is we're talking strategy here. We're talking the rules, best practices. Let's actually get into how to actually do the giveaway. What does it mean when you say you're going to do a giveaway? So, number one is you set your goal. What do you want to achieve out of this? I want to get more YouTube subscribers. I want to get more engagement on a post. I want to get more Instagram followers. I want to increase my email list by 1,000 people. Whatever it is, set the goal, and then start to find your offer. Think about products that might appeal to these people, to your target audience. What is it that they're going to like? And maybe also when you find your offer, think of things like first tier, second tier, third tier. What would be a first place prize, second place prize, third place prize? Whether or not you actually do that, it might be a good idea to think of those three things, have 3 different products in mind, and then the third step is to start contacting the companies and say, hey, I want to do a giveaway. Here's my pitch. Make a pitch video. Talk about everything. Talk about what your goal is. Actually have some shit together, what you're going to do. That's kind of the idea when I say make a pitch. Hey, company A, my name is Jordan. I'm planning to do this. Here's my goal for this giveaway. I'm hoping to do it this time and this time. Right now I have in my content calendar these 3 things. Here's a preview of my launch strategy that I'm going to give you. I plan to drop everything, sound as official and legit as possible. And then they'll be probably more on board with you because Companies don't want to just partner with rookies who are going to make rookie mistakes and make their product look bad, or they don't really have the Photoshop skills to make their product look good on a thumbnail, or simple things like that. Like, they want their brand represented in the right way, and if you are just coming in amateur hour and not really having a good pitch, or just sounding like you don't really know what you're doing, they may not be ready to play ball with you. So, but if they are ready to play ball, then start to talk about joint ventures. I'd love to partner up with you guys. I'd love to maybe we do a podcast, maybe we do a video interview, you send me the product, I do a review of it, or I have the product here, and we do a live stream demo of everything. We do some kind of big launch party video, all of us combined. You share it on your page, I share it on my page, and we kind of have our audience kind of clasped together. That's what and then once you've done all that, and you kind of have everything set up, like kind of the bones and structure of the giveaway, is the next thing is to start doing is content, is make the actual explainer video. With the giveaway, there are rules to your giveaway, and there are stipulations that you have to follow steps 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if you don't follow all 4 steps, you won't be qualified. Like, figure out those steps, lay it out, walk through it. The same way you build your website and walk through the checkout process, you need to go through and walk through and make sure everything makes sense. Think about it from all sides. Do you want your current followers to be involved in this? Do you want new random followers to be involved? So maybe let's say it's for the Instagram one, it was follow me, add a like, and add a comment. So if you were already following me, you already completed step 1, and then now you all you gotta do is like and say what you would use it for. Then I also added the next step. Was to tag your friend and get them to involve, because you really want to start creating these viral loops with your content. If there's some way that you can, and I'll show you the software that I use and I would recommend, if there is a way that you can create viral loops so that if every participant shares the video, or shares the web page, or shares the whatever the piece of content is for the giveaway, if they can start to if you had 150 participants and they all shared it at least once, the rate that their secondary wave from that, say maybe it's 20%, maybe it's 30% of those people that see their post come to your site, then that's great. Like, you want that kind of conversion, you want that kind of looping effect, so that more and more people see it and it gets shared more and more, and then you have your joint venture friendly company, friendly business that you're working with. They start to share their stuff, and it just kind of snowballs. That's what you want. Just kind of build the snowball. Of course, list out the rules, make it all make sense, and then I have the last point here: cross-platform. I did it on the original content post was on Instagram for me. But I made YouTube videos. I made Facebook videos. I was doing things on Twitter. I was kind of bringing everybody from all sides, different sides. If I were to do it today, I would also include email marketing. If you have MailChimp or whatever your email marketing software is, find ways to kind of cross-pollinate so that people on your TikTok channel can now go to your YouTube, and they have to kind of come to the new place, whatever that is, or if you want to put walls up in your business, they have to kind of cross that velvet rope to get inside, to then be able to qualify for the contest. So, and you have to be kind of stern about that. And you have to say, there's no exceptions. Like, you have to follow the rules. If you don't qualify, sorry, you don't count. Let me switch over to and show you this thing real quick. So this is the software I use. I think I have I'll make this a little smaller. So the software I used was called Gleam. And let me size this properly for you guys. So Gleam I think they've changed their pricing a little bit since I used it. I think it was free a long time ago. Now you have to pay for it. But Gleam was a great way. The cool part about their software is they do... Oh, here we go. Sorry. Now you can see it. They have a competition setting so that, it's basically like they'll set up a web page for you, and you drive traffic to that web page, or the kind of, it's almost like a link tree page, so to speak. But this is how, if you want people to, this is where you kind of like set the guidelines for the goals that you want. So if collecting emails is your number one thing, then you can incentivize that. There are a lot of, it has built-in sharing, and this was the cool part. Like you can this was like, I thought this was the greatest part of the whole thing, is the one-click entries, where if you can really incentivize and reward users for doing certain behaviors. You could say, like, subscribe to my newsletter. I would have made that like a +10. Visit YouTube channel, like a 1. Follow me on Twitter, like that's a 5. Enter using Pinterest, okay, maybe a 1. Upload a video of you dancing, like that's super engagement. I would have paid, give me like a 5 on that, because I like, you scale it based on what you want to reward them with. And for me, I would have said, like, I want people on my list, I want people on my email list as much as possible. I'm going to super incentivize that. So if you come in and you just don't really feel like going that far of the relationship, there's other ways that you can still enter the contest. And I thought, like, I was like, damn, this is it, because it's easy. You just say, hey, all right, I'm gonna visit YouTube. I'm gonna subscribe. It's like, subscribe on YouTube, follow on Twitter, tweet me. If you share this, I'll give you 5 click entries. And it's like, cool, yeah, I'll freaking retweet this. Yeah, for another chance to win, give it to me. And it was great. It's like, I thought this was Gleam. Oh yeah, here's the page. So you drive it, you see who's in it, and and you say, like, cool, I want to. They're like, whatever platform you want to use, bonuses, all this stuff. Like you kind of control what you want people to do. So yeah. So check out Gleam. I'm sure there are at this point there are probably other Gleam. Am I the only one that does like alternatives? Like, I'll look up the main software that things are known for, and I'll say like for the Gleam, like if I don't want to pay for it, but like Gleam alternatives, and just find like Notion alternatives. Anyone else do that? No, just me. Yeah. Switch back to so take a screenshot of this one more time. Set your goals. You want to find your offer. Contact the company that you're going to possibly work with. Start a joint venture, at least start a joint venture conversation, like pitching the ideas. Create your explainer video, create all your content that you're going to need for your launch, and your pre-launch and your post-launch, which we're about to talk about here. List out the rules, actually make the rules so they make sense and that they are, structured, sound, and they're not like ridiculous. Some, I've seen some rules where it's like, I'm not doing that. That's a very odd rule. I'm not going to do that. So, but I wouldn't qualify. And then think about your cross-platform strategy. Is this an email only? Is this a website only? Is this where does it originate? And then where do you want to kind of cross-pollinate? If this is a YouTube giveaway, and I want to gain YouTube subscribers, then yes, obviously creating your launch and start your launch on YouTube, but then bring people from Instagram, from your email, from Facebook into YouTube, and get people excited there. So let's talk about the launch strategy now. This is very similar to a lot of marketing campaigns, a product launch, a Kickstarter campaign, and it's, again, take another screenshot here. So it's a pre-launch. I would say, if it's a giveaway and you want people excited, they should be tired of hearing you, or you should be tired of hearing your own voice talk about this giveaway that's coming up. A giveaway is something that you can't just flip a switch and just say, hey, folks, today I'm doing a giveaway. It should be something, especially if you're going to spend potentially hundreds or thousands of dollars. If you were going to do if you were going to give away a camera, you would want to make sure that everybody knew about this camera giveaway, because if no one knew about the camera giveaway and you only got 2 new subscribers, then great. Now they only have a 50% chance, and now you just gave away a camera. You just kind of wasted $5,000. I'm sure that one winner will freaking love you, but you wasted some money there. So pre-launch, 3 to 4 weeks. Get people excited. You should be talking about this 4 weeks out from the launch. If your launch is on February 1st, then January 1st, New Year's Day, you are talking about this giveaway that is on the horizon. Talking about it, building up, hey folks, 10 days to go, 9 days to go, 5 days to go, 3 days to go. Tomorrow is the beginning of the giveaway. I hope you're excited. and then start the launch. Launch week is the day one of the giveaway. That's where you're launching your main video, and then a follow-up video, and then another follow-up video. Like you should have like 4 or 5 videos stacked behind the launch of the first video, because you just want a barrage of content to come out, because you're hyping it up so much, talking about it, getting people excited, getting them curious. And then launch week, just bombard them with content, new video every single day. You're explaining the contest, you're reminding them about the contest, you're telling them how they can do this, how they can share it with a friend. Like, all of that is great content to be made. And then the post-launch. So once the week is over, maybe it's like, okay, in 30 days, or, it depends. Because I guess it's the same way like a Kickstarter campaign. You don't want to, if you just say, hey, for today only, we're doing a giveaway, that would be a little bit, I don't think it'd be enough time to kind of gather enough people or enough of your audience into the fold. So you might want to say, hey, we're doing a giveaway for the next 30 days. If people sign up, and by the end of the month, we'll announce the winner and just kind of get people hyped up. And probably in the same way, let me get the Miro out. Probably in the same way, let me switch over to Miro. Going to Miro, here we go, stand by. What do I want to use? This board? Okay. No, thank you for telling me. Thank you for telling me, Miro. Okay. So switching over to Miro. So the campaign is probably going to be, let's give ourselves a nice border thickness. Let's draw our graph. So, this is the time of the campaign. Give me that. Okay. So as time is progressing from left to right, it's, say this is, day 1. We that far zoomed out. Is it this thing that massive? Okay, maybe I should scale everything down. I was wondering, I was like, why is this not giving me anything? Scaling down everything. Ew. Or do I have to scale, it's like in infinite space, do you have to scale down anything? So say this is day 1. Come on, Jordan. You're losing them. No. There we go. Day 1, and this is, day 30. I'll show you I'll give you the kind of sense. Can you guys see this? No. I need to zoom you guys out. My apologies. There we go. A little bit bigger, Jordan, for the people who are hard of seeing like me. Okay. So say this is day 30, and it's a bold font. So the same way a Kickstarter campaign starts is, of course there's like build up. Okay, Jordan, don't do yellow, might not be the best. Green, red. Yeah, let's do red. Red's a little better. Dark red, and give me some thickness. There we go. So the same way a Kickstarter campaign works is probably the same way you want to apply your giveaway, or think about it, or kind of have some, you don't want to be all nervous about this. You just want to, if there is a natural progression to this, so I want you to anticipate this, so that when you are doing your giveaway, you understand what is going to happen, and then when you're in that pocket, when you're in day 7, and you're like, shit, no one's signing up, or this sucks, or like I only have 10 signups today, like this is not going well. Here is the natural progression of a Kickstarter campaign, and also a giveaway. So you have your pre-launch, it's coming up, and like you are just building, and then you finally break it, and now you're in, and it's going to be like, yay, everybody's signing up, oh my god, and then it's going to go, shoo, wow, and you're going to go, oh, fuck, no one's signing up, then you're not going to have any signups, then you're going to feel like you're just like, compared to up here where you're like getting 100 signups a day, and then now you're just getting like 2, 3, like it's just, the rate has just collapsed on you. And then it does this weird thing. Same with Kickstarter campaigns. Everybody signs up in the first 3 days, and then they go, la da da da. Oh, and they go, oh shit, the campaign is about to end. Day 30 is coming up, and they go, whew, and then it comes back up here. That is the natural, like that's it. That is every campaign Kickstarter, or so it's like you're gonna have a lot, and then you're gonna have this death valley here where you're gonna feel like you are a complete loser, like you suck at this, and you're only getting like one sign up a day, and no one is really caring about it. And then you yourself, of course, make a little push right in this window. You have some content lined up. Oh, maybe let me do that. Let me. This is how I would do content as well. Let me give you a nice. Yep. Or no, I'll do. Circle? No. Circle is too hard, apparently. Smart drawing, highlighter. Yeah, I'll give you the blue. Okay. So this is what I would do for content. Yeah, so if I'm putting content here. Give me some more thickness. So content here. Come on. Sorry, folks. Content here, little content here, little content here, more, and then you're just like hyping it up, and then boom, day 1 starts right here. Now you're losing. So then I would say like, now we're at content day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, a lot of content. Then you can kind of like start to space it out because it's, there's a lot of, you can put a lot of content right here, some content here, little content there. Just kind of quick reminders, and then again hype it back up. Put a lot of boom, boom, boom. Put like the last 5 days and the first 5 days of content should be jam packed, reminding people, because people forget. Don't worry, don't hold it against them. People forget, and it's like, oh shit, that giveaway. I saved it, but I forgot to sign up for it, and then just hammer them. Sign up, and then once you get up here, then you can announce the winner, and then that leads us to our next slide. So when you announce the winner, that's content in itself. That should be a whole event that you are hyping up, so that at the very 4 weeks before the launch of the campaign, you were hyping up the very start, day 1 of the campaign. You had a big launch video. Maybe you do a live stream, whatever you want to do, and then at the very end, towards the end, you were gonna say, hey, you could even make a rule like, hey, you have to be present for. You have to be present for the live stream. You have to be in attendance. You have to be on the call for the, whatever you want to say. I just realized maybe am I not in focus this whole time? No, I am. Okay. I just had like a paranoia attack. Yeah, it's like you have to hype that up. And then announcing the winner in itself is content. Like, it's something that you can talk about. Like, you can be on here, you can have a live stream, you can get everybody hyped up and excited, and then make content out of that. Maybe the winner is on there, maybe they're live streaming, maybe they're gonna like hit up in the chat that they're super excited, who knows. But but here's one other thing I want you guys to kind of keep in mind with the winner. Now this is remember your goal. Your goal was to just gain email subscribers. So at this point, the prize that you're going to give away is kind of a lost leader. You've already forgotten about it. This is what I did, and it was kind of weird. And I've been on both the receiving end of doing a giveaway and receiving a giveaway prize. And both of them, like, I would just say, the same way I said that this is not easy money and don't expect this to be easy way to get followers. When you're announcing the winner, it is really actually kind of anticlimactic in most cases, because you just hit the randomizer, you put all your people in the spreadsheet, and then you hit the randomizer, and then it just says like number 17, and there's no like confetti or celebration. It's just like, oh, okay, Daryl Harrison, okay, Daryl, you won, great, and then that's it. And it's just kind of like, it can be a little bit of a letdown. And then you expect to, and then you contact them and you expect them to be like freaking out crazy. And they're just like, oh, cool, thanks. Yeah, here's my address. And it's just very like, boop. And maybe, because I'll say this, I won a giveaway. When I did this contest, when I signed up for my apartment, and they were giving away like $1,000, and I got a call from them like, hey, Jordan, you won. I was like, won what? It's like, you won the $1,000 prize. Come down and claim it. And I was like, really? And I did. And I came down and it was $1,000. And they were like, they gave me the big check. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, rent was $1,200. So I was like, okay, I just basically got rent. Thanks. That in my head, I was being a little cynical asshole, but I was like, they're like, aren't you excited? It's $1,000. This is crazy. And I was like, yeah, no, that's pretty cool. Like, okay, yeah, here, yeah, smile, jeez, okay. Like, I didn't know anybody there. I don't know these people. And I'm like, hey, yeah, $1,000. And I was like, cool, see ya. Thanks for $1,000. And went immediately to student loans or whatever, or rent. So I was like, I could tell they were disappointed at how unenthusiastic I was. And I guess, I was like, okay, $1,000, cool, great. But, so you, like, maybe you will invest in this, you'll spend all this time, and you will come to the very end, and maybe you did buy the camera. Maybe you are giving away a $3,000 camera to somebody, and you actually have pretty good success from this whole campaign. And they just, like, aren't enthused about it, or like, just don't put all your hopes and dreams and, like, happiness. Don't project your happiness into them and hope that they will be as excited as you are about this, because they're just getting something for free that they didn't work for, and you worked your ass off to give this away. So it's like, that's one thing to keep in mind, because do not feel. Yeah, just keep that in mind. I'll end that. Just keep that in mind. Yeah, that's all I want to say about that. Okay, where else we at now? I think we've covered pretty much every part of the giveaway. Now I'm going through my notes, make sure I did not miss anything for you guys. So let's recap. Yeah, let's do that. That's one thing I haven't been doing. Let's recap the how to give away. So, how to run a giveaway contest. Let's recap everything. I'll go through everything. So we talked about my case study. Remember to only have one goal for this whole giveaway. Don't try to do emails, YouTube, Instagram followers, earn some money or get people to sign up for a new course. Just pick one goal. Everything else is secondary effects. Everything else is just bonus. Pick one goal. I want more YouTube subscribers. That's the goal. Your giveaway item doesn't have to be flashy. It doesn't have to be expensive. You don't have to it just has to be something that resonates with your audience. Consider joint ventures. Remember, we talked about joint ventures where you reach out. If you're thinking about a product, or you like a product that you use every day, reach out to the company and say, hey, I love your product. I want to do some kind of marketing campaign. I want to do a giveaway. Would you guys want to be involved? Can we work together? Do you guys want to give away the product? Can I interview you or interview the inventor or talk about talk to the company owner, the CEO or whatever, and do some kind of cross promotion? Joint ventures. So do all that, explore all those options before actually resorting to buying the product itself. But if you have to buy the product itself, just consider it like any other market. You spend $500 on Facebook ads, you spend $500 on someone's e-course that you're going to give away. So, it's just a marketing expense, folks. Don't think that giveaways are easy. This is not an easy way to do this. This is a very in-depth, long-haul, 12-week process that you need to invest your time in, invest a lot of time in, and be committed to it for an extended period of time. For at least, I'd say this is on an 80 to 90-day campaign that you're about to run. If you decide to do a giveaway. If you decide to do a giveaway the right way, if you want to half-ass it and not get any results from it and waste your time buying a product that you're going to give away to somebody that wasn't really that grateful or didn't really give a shit about you, or, that's fine. Let's also talk about, again, if you want to take a screenshot of this is how to actually run a giveaway, how to set up your giveaway. Set a goal, find your offer, contact the company, start a joint venture with them, create explainer videos, create explainer content, create a lot of content around the giveaway, reminding people because they are going to forget, list out all the rules, and also think about your cross platform strategy from, say, Instagram to YouTube, YouTube to TikTok. How you're going to get people to come from other universes and into your universe. And then also think about your launch strategy. Again, here's another screenshot for you guys: pre-launch, launch week, and post-launch. This is the same exact template formula I use for a Kickstarter campaign. This is what I would do for a product launch. You need to hype it up a lot and then bang out a ton of content during launch week, and then remind people towards the end of the launch, towards the end of the giveaway, that they have to actually participate. And don't forget to sign up, and don't forget to do whatever the rules are. And then finally, and then let me show, I already deleted it, but remember that, the same way the little curve I just did, the little chart I did, it's going to be a lot of attention in the first couple days of the launch. You're going to go into this death valley, and then the last 5 days of the campaign are going to be really exciting and remind people to get their ass signed up, because the giveaway is going to be on the 1st or the 30th and be at midnight at 12, and this is the cutoff date, and create some scarcity and create some time. There is a time limit that you have to, put your information in, sign up, whatever it is. You have to do all that. So cool. So that also, that concludes it. So, maybe a follow-up episode, and maybe we can talk further about this. What comes to mind is, what do you do after that? So if the goal was to, because there is that kind of like that lull after. There's that kind of lull after a campaign, a really heavy campaign that you put a ton of work into. But you have to remember, you just gained, if you were successful with your campaign, you gained 1,000 new subscribers. So now the pressure's on. Now you have to actually perform. You attracted all these people. You got all these people into your world. You now have 1,000 new subscribers. I hope you have a not just a post-launch, but once you complete the giveaway entirely, a post-giveaway strategy that's going to keep people engaged, because you now have a brand new audience that you need to entertain, get them excited, get them informed, and get them ready to stay with you. And you don't want those 1,000 people to drop off or unsubscribe or sign up for the giveaway and unsubscribe. You want them to come in, explore your stuff, say, hey, I like this shit, I want to learn more, and keep them in the pot and keep them stirring and keep them interested in what you have to offer. So that's going to conclude it for tonight, folks. I love you guys, and tomorrow is Christmas Eve, so I'll be doing a little bit of prep for the Friday show again. Oh, I should let me hype this up. Actually, no, screw it. No, if you're, no, we'll talk about this. So on Friday, I won't tell you exactly what the topic is, but Friday I'll try to do a Q&A session. And but let me talk about now. I haven't done this in a while. Guys, if you like this, go over to theperfectweddingpackage.com. I want you guys to check out this little package that I've put together. It is you could call it a course, you could call it a template. It's kind of whatever you want it to be. But what this is the problem I'm trying to tackle with photographers, with creatives, is helping them with their pricing. If I help you with your pricing, if you're able to raise your prices, you are in turn able to make more money and have a little bit more breathing room in your business. I don't want you guys to be I've been there myself. I've been on the desperate end of chasing gig after gig with the creative work that I've done and just hoping that the client says yes. And had I spaced out everything, had I had a little bit more breathing room, or had I booked a huge $20,000 project and then I booked another $20,000 project, I would kind of be good for a month or two, where I have a little bit of breathing room so that I'm not having to chase so many gigs, and I can start to actually create a better offering for my clients. I can create a better experience. I can start to reinvest into my business, and that all starts with raising your prices. And photographers just get so stuck, or they think that I'm not good enough, or they think I'm not ready, or I don't have enough experience, or I need, if you want to start charging $10,000 for a wedding, you have to have at least 5 years experience and must have this many weddings under your belt. And that is all just a limiting belief. That is a false narrative, false story that we tell ourselves. And in the Perfect Wedding Package, we go through all of those components. I want to break down the beliefs that you have, break down those false beliefs that you have, and I also want you to start to once I've broken down the beliefs, I want you then to start believe that this is all possible. And then once you believe, then we go through the actual facts, the tactics, the strategies on how to start building a perfect wedding template. Or, what I kind of do is, it's kind of part of it is a self-guided tour. So, now I'll just break down the features with it. With the perfect wedding package, you will get the template where I'll show you, exactly how I would set up a wedding package and say, like, folks, this is, option A, option B, option C, and then also show you what to put in those options, what features to pack in, what features to not pack into each option, and then also what price. Some people would just randomly say 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, and I start to show you, okay, there's a little bit of science and art to choosing the right price for the right client and choosing the right price for the right package. And it gets kind of, I don't want it to get too complicated, because the goal is to simplify everything and make it seem so that, oh, this is possible. I can raise my prices, and yes, I can, I want you guys to double your revenue this year in 2021 by using this perfect wedding package. And on top of that, let's kind of go through it. Now I'm getting excited. So with the perfect wedding package, you have of course, it's a template that does the training, but also I've included a couple video lessons in there that's going to walk you through, just like we did this little demo here with how to run your own giveaway contest. I walk through, I don't want to leave you guys hanging. I'll give you the information. It's a self-guided tour, but then you can watch the videos and say, oh, Jordan, how exactly did you do that? We'll go through all the misconceptions, the traps to watch out for, every single thing that you need to do, that the mindset, the strategies, the tactics that go into building the perfect wedding package. And then we have some bonus items in the perfect wedding package. And I'll kind of go over this. And let me switch over. I'm just going to switch over to my screen here. You guys can handle this. You guys can handle this. Yeah. Okay. So we have the perfect wedding package, and let me kind of give you a little sense of what you get in this. So you will also receive not only the perfect wedding package template, the guide, the lessons, the video lessons, but the bonuses. I want to tell you about the bonuses. So far we're at a $750 value. With the bonus, you get a one-on-one wedding package workshop. This is a $2,000 value. Then you also get a photography website audit. That's another $2,000 value. And then the third bonus that I want to add in there is direct access to me on Discord. You'll go through the training, you'll go through the course, and at the end, you'll go do your own thing. But I want you to always know that I'm in your back pocket, that I'm always here. If you have questions, you just go on the Discord and you say, hey, Jordan, I need help. I have this client. They asked me these questions. I was under a lot of pressure in this conversation. I didn't know what to do. How should I have done that? And we go through it one-on-one. We can do it private channel. We can do it publicly so that everyone learns. But all of this is a $4,900 value offer for just $97. So again, it's free video lessons. So look, there's my cute little ass right there teaching you how to build the perfect wedding package. Free video lessons, that's a $500 value. The bonus number one, again, a one-on-one wedding package workshop. This is where I didn't explain it exactly. This is going to be a 30-minute coaching call, you and me, one-on-one. It can be video chat, it can be just a phone call, whatever you feel comfortable with. And we go through, once you've kind of gone through the training, I want to see what you got. I want to see your work, and we'll, give you a little bit of feedback and say, here's what I would change, here's what I would work on, what concerns do you have, what are you most nervous about in the pricing conversation with your clients, or what problems do you see the most? Like any question you have, we get it answered in that coaching call. And then several days later, whatever, you set the time. You say, hey, Jordan, here's my website. Don't you just wish you had some third-person perspective from your own website? I look at this website that I've made, and it's hard for me to judge what looks good because I see it every day. I'm on it, and it's just is this still working? Is this right? I need some outside perspective. That's exactly what you get with this bonus. This is a free bonus. This is included for free, a $2,000 value, all included. you get a photography website audit. I will go through. You send me your link. I will go through and I will record myself saying, "Hey Sarah, hey Jimmy, hey Johnny. I'm on your website here. Okay, I really like this. Really love this. Okay, this was kind of hard to read, or how you have this worded. I wasn't exactly sure. And then I'll talk about the navigation. Here's I was kind of confused here. I didn't know where to go next. Maybe fix this. Maybe give that and give you and." I give you the video, and it's your video to have, and it's your outside perspective to say, that I would pay, I put it here, I would pay $2,000 for someone to say, "Hey Jordan, I'm going to look at your website." I've considered it. I've built this on Webflow. We talked about Webflow earlier this week. I would say I would pay $2,000 for a Webflow expert to come in and say, "Jordan, here's how I'd change a website. It didn't exactly make sense. Here's a strategy you can maybe implement." And you get this for free inside the Perfect Wedding package. And then finally, access to me on Discord. It's just, it's I won't say it's 24/7, but 24/7. If you have a question, you put in that question, and I will get back to you. And it's better than it's not, Instagram DMs and emails just gets cluttered too fast. I want to have an open, active chat with you and me on the Discord chat where we can just say, "Hey, I got a question," or "Hey, what would I do in this situation?" Jordan, "Hey, here's a screenshot of my template. What do you think? Give me some feedback." And you get forever access to this. And there's this part does not expire. This part does not go away. You'll have, typically I would charge $150 for access to this, for some kind of membership access to my Discord. Again, it's a bonus. You get it for free. And let me reiterate that this is a $4,900 value only for $97. And go check out the package. I got it all listed right here. You can also just buy the template, no pressure. But I encourage you to check out the complete package. Again, go to theperfectweddingpackage.com. And that's going to wrap it up for tonight, y'all. My name is Jordan Anderson. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next one.